Alrighty then. Hello, everybody. I just wanted to say hi to my spooks tonight. I didn't have anything better to do, so even though I'm just throwing this stuff up on YouTube now, I'm saving these in my spook folder. Yeah, my little spooky spook folder that, kind of makes things kind of do whatever I want them to do, whenever I want them to do it. And, it's just kind of like a funny thing how these things go. But anyhow, yeah, I thought I'd sit here and, what time is it? Oh, I don't know. It's nighttime. And, do a little recording. So, while I'm doing the recording, I like things kind of upside down here, but I can't really get the view I want. I wanted to just set it here for the camera, for the candle, but it won't work there, and I've got too much stuff in the way here, so I guess I'll just have to turn this thing around here. So hold still with your eyeballs and stuff. Turn the video off. Do whatever you got to do until I get this thing fixed up the way I want it here. I don't know which way I want this thing. I don't know which way. I guess we ought to probably turn it something like this here. Hold on here a second, folks. I gotta. You spooks know how this stuff works. It's just sometimes, it's kind of hard to learn these gadgets, until you get trained on them a little better. So let me see, what can I dial in on here so I can let you look at something? How about the door? Yeah, I think the door would be a good picture. What do you think? I like the door. That's my door, guys. This is the door you locked me behind. I just want you to see this. So while we're talking here and, kind of just getting to know each other a little better and stuff and whatnot, I'm going to try to get this as perfect as I can for you. I'm just trying to get it dialed in here. So just give me a second. And now I think I have to plug this thing in. I think our communicator device needs some charging here. I'm just trying to get this just right for you. There we go. So now you know what's on the other side of that door. All right, you spooky bookies. And of course, trying to get in here, unwarranted, just send in the drone and be done with it. So, anywho's and how, I thought it would be nice to kind of touch base with you folks because I'm in a pretty good mood tonight, really. It was a great day. I got to meet some of my neighbors, and got to meet a doggy, and of course, all that, but, it's just like, I thought it would be nice to put a little half-hour video together here or whatever, and shoot it out to you. It'd probably be less than a half hour, but I just want you to know, guys, I got shot down at the local bank here. You know which one I'm talking about. At the ATM machine today, which I understand, I can relate. And I'm sure you can as well. Being so nice and everything, and polite and kind, and taking care of me the way you did, and and just keep on trying to shut me down, and I understand that, guys. I really, really do. So don't think you're a bunch of know-it-all, whatever, thinking that you got too far ahead of me. But as I draw you back into where you belong now, which is up through your own asses. See, you suckheads know who I'm talking to. And, and just kind of spit you back out so that it's very combingly-like, very Comey-like. And there's many ways I can do this. Now, there's ways that you guys will never get into what I'm trying to communicate with you. Like little balls that you're trying to break into and understand. dodo birds. Anyhow, like I told you before, I found my first one at 10. That was way before you guys could record what the hell was going on, and you can't get on the other side of my memory, and that's just driving your freaking shit nuts. And I know you'd like to get me in your little koopy holes to try to drain out everything you could get and make sure my seed doesn't go anywhere other than it's supposed to be, or controlled anywhere that you don't want it to be. But that's the shit that's on the inside of this door, all right? And that's the shit you guys will not get, all right? I pretty much guarantee you won't get it. And I know that you now have my meta tag that I posted here the other morning and let it on there for whatever it was, 12 hours, and took it off so only you could see it. Really. Long term, anyhow. But it was there for the whole world to see, and I noticed that nobody downloaded it or even viewed it before I took it off. So, except you all. You know, but this has got to be now on the public side, because you see we're talking through that door to your thick skulls that you all think that you are. And, you know, just putting out a fair warning, you know. You guys tried to shut me down today so I couldn't pay my rent, so, you know, I just spent the extra $22 in chump change to have my landlord here do it on her Square D machine. All right? So you all understand, and you all know that now, of course. But I'm going to be investing with Trump and his Bitcoin, and I can promise you this. I intend to make a lot of money with it, all right? Well, you know, however the deal works out, I have been, it'll come, you know. You guys are not going to get in the way of this now, because you know who he is, and now you know who I am, and you know who you are. You're all a bunch of salty shark bubbles, as far as we're concerned, and which will be your destiny. We can pick you out in a heartbeat. You can't hide from us. You can't keep guys like Dan and Cash off the beat now. We're on your shit, man. And we're just tinkering. We're just kind of playing around. So I just wanted to put that together. I think I'm just going to keep this a nice little short. What do we got here? 17 minutes, yeah, or 7 minutes, okay. So we'll just go ahead and just keep this like a nice little short 20-minute video here tonight for you. You know, just so I can, you know, just keep base a little bit. You know, I'm trying to stay based. You know, because there's a base here, guys. All right, this is base. You got it. And hell, I'm probably, you know, nice little 10-minute video here. This is fine. I got 2 minutes or whatever. So, you know, guys, I'm not trying to be ignorant. I'm not trying to be a smart ass, but I will kick your fucking asses on this one, because you know the heat that I got behind me. Now, what you don't know is what I have on all of you, okay? And what you can't find, because we only signal the way we signal. And now you've touched base with the other side of that signal. Now, what you don't know is all we're trying to do is just send deflectors in to send you on ghost hunts. You're just chasing ghost satellites, all right? And that's what you're basically doing. And with these little balls you're tinkering with, you mess with those balls too bad, guys, okay? You mess with those balls too bad. And, you'll find out. And guys, really, you don't want to do that. So I am here as a messenger in a special way tonight to remind you of who you're fucking with here. Now, you guys are not going to get away with this. So I would say something now to all you globalists here in these fucking 10 seconds that I want to talk to all of you. Back off. You're done. And you know it. And, you know, the worse it gets, guys, you know, the more of you are going in the tank. So that's up to you. Now, for the last 30 seconds, I want to make sure that everybody understands. You all know who I am, don't y'all? Huh? You firebugs, huh? We all know who you are. And we got shit on you guys. And that's the reason why we know what's going on all the way past you guys. Hell, you know that. We made that sure a long time ago. So, in the meantime, have a good evening, and let's do this now, I guess.